Bluebell's journey, from abandonment to a second chance. It was an ordinary day on the road when, as I was crossing the imposing Komar mountain between Travnik and Donjivakov, something caught my attention. On a secluded stretch, without houses or any sign of human presence, I saw a gray figure huddled under a forgotten table by the side of the road. I approached slowly, trying to understand what I was seeing. What seemed, at first glance, just a pile of disheveled fur, turned out to be an extremely thin and malnourished dog, with sunken eyes and a look full of fear and exhaustion. Her frail body betrayed days, perhaps weeks, of deprivation. With each panting breath, it was evident the effort she was making to stay upright. My initial intention was simple, to leave some food and water and continue on my way. But as I bent down to put the bowl on the ground, she did something unexpected. Her eyes met mine for a brief moment and, with a shy gesture, she wagged her tail. That small, almost imperceptible movement was enough to change everything. I couldn't leave her there. Not in that desolate place, where hunger and thirst would be her only companions. She needed help. The first day of a new life, as I put her in the car, I realized how weak she was. Her bones were visible under her thin, dry skin, and her breathing was irregular. Her body was covered in dirt, and the strong smell indicated that it had been a long time since her last contact with hygiene or basic care. When I got home, the first step was a warm and careful shower. The water that ran down was cloudy, loaded with dust and remains of the suffering she had endured. Each jet of the shower revealed a little more of her true appearance, hidden under layers of neglect. After drying her and vacuuming her dirt-hardened fur, I offered her a nutritious meal. Initially hesitant, she approached the food cautiously, but when she smelled the aroma and felt safe, she gave in to her hunger and began to eat. It was then that I decided to give her a name. Bluebell. This name symbolized a new phase, a rebirth. Like a delicate flower that reappears after a harsh winter, she would now have the chance to bloom again. The journey to recovery. On the first day, still fragile, Bluebell stayed close to me, observing everything with a mixture of curiosity and distrust. When I sat down to have breakfast, she watched me closely, as if trying to understand if this new world was real. On the sixth day, the transformation was already visible. Her eyes, previously dull, now shone with new energy. She was already walking with more confidence and was beginning to show her true personality, a loving, loyal, and balanced dog. During one of our walks, we had an unusual encounter with a kangaroo, which provided a fun and unexpected moment, marking another step in her adaptation to her new life. It was amazing to realize that, just a month before, Bluebell was just another abandoned dog, without hope, invisible to the world. 6 months later, a new home in Belgium. 6 months have passed since that fateful day on the road. Today, Bluebell lives in Belgium, adopted by a family who loves her and cares for her as she always deserved. Her fur, once dull and stiff with dust, now shines with health. Her posture, previously shrunken with fear, now reflects security and happiness. To think that if I hadn't stopped that day, she might never have had this chance, is a powerful reminder of the impact that a single gesture can have on the life of a defenseless being. This story is not just about Bluebell. It's about all the animals who wait, silently, for someone to see them. Her life changed because someone chose to stop, because someone decided to take action. And that's the biggest lesson Bluebell leaves us with. The difference between abandonment and a second chance can be a single moment of compassion. Thank you to everyone who made this story possible. Love saved Bluebell, and love can save many others.